It has been a hot minute because your your two hosts here have actually met at Combo Breaker, and that was the whole thing.
Yeah, it's technically, well, not technically, it literally was the second time we've met.
Yeah, several years apart,
Yeah,
which
no,
is why we look completely different. Well, maybe not me so much, but
yeah, I think we were recognizable, but still, like, significantly different from what we used to be.
yeah, because that footage is still up there somewhere. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, I feel like every episode is gonna start with "This is why we haven't done one in a while." It's gonna be an interesting time capsule. Yeah, we prepared for Combo Breaker. I skipped it. I delayed an episode because I was too busy preparing for it, and then we skipped another one because we're at Combo Breaker. and
Yeah.
But we're finally here. We were born this way, I guess.
If you want to, this is our podcast about excuses.
Yeah.
Tune in to get a monthly excuse for why this is late.
It's less excuses and more just more fate at this point. Because I think like the other one, I got like one of the dates I got sick and I couldn't do it, and it's like
Oh, yeah.
but we're here now, trying to trying
Yeah.
to we're trying to make it weekly. We're weighing our options, Lee.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, there's that. Anyway,
Having a Maiko situation, everything is of this world. Everything is Lee.
Oh man, I miss Maiko so much. Yeah, so where we last left off, there was Mr. Grimm with ice powers.
Oh, yeah. So I did read all of this like a month ago.
Yeah,
I think.
I refreshed myself like a couple hours ago just to be sure. And I don't really need to because most of this is just a fight.
Yeah. I do like it. It opens here with our protagonist having been impaled on something, and he's just like, "Hey, who am I? Can you tell me who I am?"
Frog Crew loves to use a clip from an old Breen movie where he goes, "Who am I? What am I?" I feel like that's just our character here. It's but he's talking about meeting Holly Joestar Akira, and stuff is starting to freeze to his face, and when the blood starts freezing, it reminded me a lot of the White Album fight, actually.
Yeah, that's come up a few times in JoJo's, which is interesting. They came
JoJo
up,
has... I'm sorry.
I think they came up during the fucking Poochie weather report thing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, the
yeah.
ice stalagmites or something.
Yeah, the blood turning into fucking spikes. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's like AC/DC uses boiling blood, Ghiaccio gets killed by blood, Formaggio temporarily saves his own life with blood, and now we got this.
It's
Araki
in the
just
blood
really
as it is.
So yeah, but yeah, it's funny now that I mention it. Yeah, this is a lot of just him like running away from the bicycle and following a GPS.
I do. Something is getting in the way of me finding out Holly Joestar Kira is, and it's like, oh yeah, me dying. That's what's getting in the way.
Yeah, the minor inconvenience.
Yeah, there are these just shots of him just like laying down. And he's like covered in leaves.
Yeah, leaves and ice.
It's like artistic looking in a weird way.
Yeah. And of course he asks, what is he? Gotta get one of those in. So after talking to Yasuho, he's like, go see her. And she will. That's all I'm gonna say about that for now.
All right.
We'll get into it. But I noticed putting a fine point on saying this guy is following me, even though it's like a stand.
Right, yeah.
It's like how this dude over here is freezing me. So he's figuring out that, like, this has to be connected to the Higashigata somehow. Partly because he only knows, like, what, like 8 people?
Right, yeah.
But,
I only know a handful of people, and half of them are part of one family, so...
and also most of them are fucking weird, but...
yeah.
A lovely panel of Josuke removing frozen blood out of his eyelashes. Did not appreciate that, Araki.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I think they, like, pierce his eyes at one point. Like, it's... Bastard, who the hell are you? I really should have kept a tally for how many times he asked who he is, who somebody else is. He's just very confused. I mean, I don't blame him. Because I'm still kind of confused as to how this thing works myself. But,
oh, yeah, this one was kind of... Yeah, we'll get to it.
Like, how it's generated makes perfect sense, but, like, how the ice stuff happens, it's like, it's just something that happens when they're there. But...
It's like a killer on a bike, but also just ice is happening for some reason.
So then he grabs onto a power pole and drop kicks the biker in the face.
Yeah.
Which makes the car skid out. And then we see the biker getting up and we see his face. And he looks like a robot frog.
He's like, phew.
Yeah, a very human-like reaction to that, too. He just gets up, he's like, huh, that was a doozy.
Woo-wee, I just got drop-kicked off a bike.
I mean, if that happened to me, that would take me a bit to be like, yeah, that... Alright. That guy is a stand.
That guy isn't a guy, it's a stand.
Oh yeah, this GPS is an ally. I was saved by this GPS. I forgot about that line.
Yeah, because it tells him to turn down.
Turn downwards, yeah.
He's just like, turn down for what?
An ally? I can understand an enemy, but I have an ally? You started the story with one, dude. Like,
I have friends? That's fucked up.
Also, is obviously an enemy.
I mean, he doesn't know.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of Yasuho, we get a shot of her scratching at the stand mark bite.
Another appreciated visual.
Yeah. Especially as somebody that's had some leg skin problems lately, I'll just put it that. But,
you're not developing a stand, are you?
That may explain a few things. But, it kind of reminds me, I was having a conversation with somebody, and it kind of reminds me how fascinating it is when, like, supernatural things cause injuries, but the characters react, like, very normally to it, like, or realistically, I should say.
Oh, yeah, it's just like, it's just another, mark. It's like, yeah.
Well, she's like, yeah, it's so itchy that, like, I can barely walk, but I need, like, insurance to get some medicine for that. It's like... Like, Araki just thought about, like, what if I just got a phantom bite mark on my leg? It's kind of like... There was a much more darker example in that conversation where our friend from Steel Ball run Magenta... I forgot that after he gets shot, like, downwards in the head and comes back, he like, his depth perception is all fucked up now, so he keeps missing shots. And it's like, I forgot how horrific that is to think about.
Right, yeah.
That's why he gives Steven Steele the ruler. He's like, yeah, could you, like, aim this for me? Like, I literally cannot do it now. Like, it's... that poor guy. But, anyway, so we see this, it's really funny, like, how, JoJo definitely has that trope of, like, you can tell what character is going to be important as soon as you see them.
Right.
Because we have this, extremely fashionable-looking lady doing the measurement thing.
She got mocap pants.
Oh, she does. So she's, I guess, yeah, like Josuke, she's like, I know... Oh, wait, no, she can figure out distance at first sight. I think Josuke's his height? I don't know, there's a lot of measuring in this part so far.
Mental rulers going on here.
Yeah. So we have, we're on to the next chapter. I forgot that it's just two Josuke's hanging out.
Yeah, there's two stands, too.
Yeah.
It's soft and soft and wet and wet.
I hate the idea that there are people named Soft and Wet. That's horrible. This is called Lemon and the Tangerine.
I didn't even notice that. What the fuck?
Also, on the family tree, I don't know if, or the characters of Moriocho. Jobin Higashigata is mentioned, but he does not have a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Which is funny because we saw a shot of him way early on, and they just didn't use it. Because his wife that was in the same shot is below him. So...
Oh. Huh. Okay.
Also, yeah, we just got confirmation that's who that lady is on the bottom right there. So...
Oh, yeah. Yep, there she is. I mean, I guess, yeah, we were looking for her in the hospital, so...
We did technically find her already, so...
There wasn't much of a cliffhanger, though. It was just like, there she is, she's counting birds. Like, alright.
Yeah, and then, yeah, just immediately get, introduced to her. I love this lady's design so much, actually.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Especially for, like, staying in a hospital, that... But... See, the thing with her is that there's a lot of weird... Like, she does a lot of weird shit, so I kind of have to, like, pay attention to the panels.
Yeah, she is quirky beyond belief. Also, her mocap pants are now, like... They look like diamonds? Or, like, gemstones?
It looked like she kind of jumped through a window and the shorts got stuck.
That's why she's in the hospital.
She's looking around the corner and on the floor. And... Wait, is that say... Oh, Schiff. Okay, I thought she was, like, trying to track the scent like a dog or something.
Yeah, so... she starts crawling around the floor at the same time that Yasuo, like, is looking into the room, so they don't see each other.
Yeah, yeah, something's wrong with her eyesight, I'll put it away. But,
oh, yeah.
Which actually, yeah, that kind of comes up again, like, in a few minutes, in a weird way. But she accidentally pop scares, Yasuo because she's just on the floor.
She's doing the Alessi thing, just like with the big arrow pointing at the ground. Like, eh?
Man, Alessi cleans up very nicely. And she's like, you look just like her. And she's, yeah, let's cut to the chase. She's basically like, hey, I have, like, this porno mag. You look a lot like the lady in it. And I didn't notice that we actually see the lady, and it doesn't look anything like her.
Yes, she even says, shut up. That's so obviously not me. You.
Why the hell are you reading it? I mean, that's that's more of the Yasuo prudishness we come to expect, because it's like, this lady can read that. It's fine. It's kind of weird that the hospital gave her it.
Yeah, right? How did she get that?
She might have just, like, maybe patient belongings for all I know.
Yeah.
But
I was hoping that wasn't part of their therapy.
how much did you get paid for this? Mori is a small country town. Don't you think there'll be rumors? Well, I mean, if it's printed in physical format, I think it's less rumor and more confirmation. But then after Holly strikes a very stylish pose, Yasuo introduces herself, and then I forgot that she just points at herself. She's like, "Me? You came to see me?" And then she just immediately starts reading the porno back again.
There's just this shot of an ass and what looks like a teddy bear clinging to it.
She reads it for the articles.
Like, Roger, no.
This is what he was up to between Strive. In JoJo fashion, the goofball gets a very serious panel when the name Kiryu Shikage gets mentioned. I know this is an odd thing to ask, but your son is a sailor, right? Security busts in. She's like, "Hey, who are you?" Yasu's like, "I'm just asking her some stuff."
Yeah, very bad excuse maker. Just like, "You're not allowed to be in here." She's like, "Who is this? Why is she being hospitalized?" It's like,
Yeah, that's... You came for a visit without knowing a damn thing? Please get out of this room right now. Then we get the,
Oh,
hold on. This page is a little zoomed out here. Oh yeah, the bust, waist, and hips measurements, which I mostly know from fighting games because they have that info for some reason. Fun fact, if you want to know who has the biggest of all three, it's E Honda. Anyway, she does the she figures out her measurements because, you know, she just has the same ability as Josuke where she can just look at something. It's like, this is how long this is. But she doesn't, like, she looks very angry for some reason.
she's very serious about these numbers.
If you want, you can take this magazine with you. I guess you don't need it since it's of you at all. I love the panel of her laughing at the magazine for some reason.
Ha ha ha, you're in a porn. And she's just like, do you not listen to me?
This lady's weird, but I kind of love her for some reason.
She is the definition of a quirky character.
Yeah, but like a JoJo quirky, so it's good.
A JoJo quirky, so it's absurd in a really great way.
Yeah. So then, yeah, she gets drug away, and then Holly looks at something. And Holly has a little monologue to herself where she goes, "Thank you did well to come here. You said your name was Yasa." Oh, wait a minute. Does she not realize that she's out of the room? Because that would make a lot of sense, actually.
That's a good point, yeah. I was wondering. She's very much not talking to anybody right now.
She's already using it subconsciously, it looks like, if she realizes how to use it then. So she, I think, has already figured out that Yasuo has a stance somehow.
She is weird and smart.
So a JoJo character.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so she does see the stand shadow coming out. That would explain it.
The stand has her hair?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a road map, but like a body.
Yeah.
It looks very annoying to draw.
Yeah, no kidding.
I wonder, like, because I remember Araki was very outspoken by characters that he didn't like drawing. And those included Vanilla Ice and the stand Notorious B.I.G. He actually liked drawing Carne a lot.
Oh.
Not surprising in the slightest, really.
It is a weird complaint for an artist to have a problem drawing their own characters. It's
I
like,
think it's one of those things where if you have the design sheets and then you start drawing them regularly and realizing you may have bitten off more than you can chew, you know?
that's fair, yeah. It's like, it turns out I hate this.
Yeah, I imagine art's like that.
Yeah.
So Josuke's still having his chase. Or his running away from thing. Oh, right, yeah, this is when he runs into the confused lady eating noodles. And thanks to Born This Way, she just has a bunch of snow dumped on her and just kind of falls over without realizing it. It's... like, I'm not sure if she's, like, dead or something. She just is very nonplussed by this.
I don't think she was alive to begin with.
Yeah, maybe this was just a statue.
I do like he was like, I have two stands pursuing me, but one's like an ally. I have an ally pursuing me.
I think that's called directing, Josuke. Immediately turn right, please.
For the love of God.
The house that he broke into, it just looks like winter is happening in it. Let's see. The enemy is listening to this GPS's voice from somewhere. That is a good point. In horror movies, the characters that run to the second floor always die. I didn't know that was a trope. Yeah, he goes into the bathroom that just gets blown out by snow. I forgot. And then I mean, we already saw Under Fire where a bunch of bikers came out through a convenience store, so this isn't too, but...
Yeah, imagine after he drop kicks the stand, the bike just spins out, across the city.
Technically, he did already spin out after getting drop kicked. So he tries aura-oraing, this bike stand, and his hand just explodes into blood. And he just accidentally came to the second floor somehow. Probably because he's not familiar with, the place that he just barged in.
Right? I don't know how you accidentally go up a staircase, though.
Yeah, there's a shot of our Mr. Grimm, just kind of hanging out behind window curtains.
He's like a cat, just hanging out of the window.
And freezing people to death.
Yeah, this cat's known to do.
So as one kid comes out, it's like, it is really cold. And there's a weird man in the house.
I don't know what to say to that. It's just... There's snow in my house, also a weird dude.
This kid is reacting very realistically to everything that is happening. It's like, it is cold, there's a weird man in my house, and I hate all of this. Sorry to yell, but close the door. Hurry, you need to close the door. It's funny for how distraught this kid is. He's not arguing with him or anything. He's like, yeah, I mean, what harm could closing the door do at this point, right?
Right.
Open this door for me. And he says, I'll give you a gummy, so please stop crying. One more time, just try opening the door for me. And the kid opens the door. He's like, sorry, I didn't have a gummy. It's like, well, thanks, Josuke. And he's figuring out how the stand works. I closed the cell phone too and opened it. When I opened it, that guy appeared. That boy is an unrelated bystander, so when he opened and shut the door, nothing happened. It's only when I opened something and moved forward. So it's basically just targeting him exclusively. So it's not one of those stands that just like kills random people. Uh,
It is funny to me, like, the difference between a early, like, part 3 stand and things kind of just after that, like part 4 and onwards. It's like you get these stands where it's like, oh, it does something just kind of weird and specific, and also it has these weird rules tied to it. So it's like a bike that freezes stuff. Also, it only appears when you open a thing, and then disappears when you close a thing.
yeah, and also it just freezes stuff when it's.
Yeah. It just it's like, I don't know. There's something weird about how that's none of that's related. It's just this is how it works because it sounded neat.
Yeah, I mean it is kind of neat.
It is, yeah.
I don't believe. Hold on. Oh shit! I think I accidentally went to the wrong chapter. Hold on a second. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So we get our. I don't know if we got her stand name before or not. It's Paisley Park with Surprise Surprise. That's a Prince song. Uh, it appears the user hasn't noticed the existence of her stand or ability yet, but it unconsciously guides her along the right direction. So it's kind of just a more cooperative Dragon's Dream.
This can happen in the form of an online map or some sort of marking. I like it. Something very specific or something very vague.
Yeah, like maybe like a bunch of pebbles just form into an arrow or something.
I suppose that means like that's like a range of options as opposed to it. It's like it's a map or a marking.
We get the Paisley Park and Born This Way. So funnily enough, I don't know if we got to the name there. Born This Way, of course, is that one Lady Gaga song that I've heard and I don't remember anything about it. It was originally called Going Underground, and then it just got changed to Born This Way. I am not sure why that got changed at all, but there you go.
But is Going Underground anything in particular?
It is. I forgot what it was, though. Let's have a look. Going Underground is a hit song by the British mod revival band The Jam. Alright.
They're outdated. It's Lady Gaga now.
It's like he saw that that album cover where she's like half bike and he's like, I got it. Maybe that was it. He just saw that cover. He's like, okay, I gotta switch the names now. Like, there's no way.
This is too perfect. Like, this would be a missed opportunity otherwise.
I totally get that, though, if that was the case.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
So this cover art, or this cover image here, there are some shots, because of the hair, there are some shots of Yasuho where she just reminds me of Aluzo. And this is one of them. Like,
no kidding, yeah. Congratulations on her transition, I guess.
Yeah, it's, especially since she had the obstacle of having her face melted off.
Yeah, congratulations on getting over purple haze.
Exactly, right? Surprisingly, it may surprise you to know that was censored a bit in the anime. I wonder why.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Anyway, things like my eyelids and lips seem to be okay, but if something is closed and I opened it... So I like how he's figuring out, it's like, okay, I can blink, that's fine.
That would be fucked. I like...
Yeah, this was...
That's almost him just straight up being like, well, the author isn't that much of a dick.
Yeah, right? I like that he's doing some exposition while doing, like, striking a pose mid-air off a roof.
Yeah, he's like parkouring over houses.
Unless I find him and defeat him myself, I'll eventually be beat. And then he sees a family photo and is predictably distracted by it.
Children.
I wonder if I have photos like that decorating some place. Wait, what? Even I have photos like that decorating some place. Okay, that sentence does make sense. But
Yeah, it's segmented that way. Is like very awkward.
yeah.
And then
So
he goes, "No, I'm sure there aren't." It's like, wow.
He's kind of got shit to do, so maybe he's like, yeah, no, enough with that. Then this happens where he asks the guy for directions to the hospital. And he's like, I just happen to have a map of Moria. And then he tries to open it up, and he's like, what are you trying to get me to hold? Open your own damn map. And the guy is just totally nonplussed by it.
He's just like, all right, man.
Guy's working through some shit. I'll leave him alone. So he's going towards the hospital. And then a door's about to open and he flinches. And then he's like, oh.
He, like, Matrix dodges away from the door. Just like, whoa.
I guess I need to wait for someone else to open that door and go in with them. So it's like almost like he's kind of a vampire now.
It's kind of the opposite. He has to sneak in.
Yeah. Imagine that being the only way you can get into places. That would blow.
A little bit.
But a taxi driver opens his door, and what do you know? Mr. Freezegrim pops up out of the taxi.
But wait, but Josuke didn't open it. The taxi...
Actually, yeah, what?
I think that's... because it was open for him, I guess, but that's still like...
Oh, yeah.
That's still like, you're trying to get too creative to the point where it's like, suspension of disbelief is a little awkward, but...
Yeah. But he tries to... He has, like, this standoff with the bike where he's, like, trying to push it forward, I guess? In the middle of just these people that aren't noticing any of it.
Right, yeah, it's like they can't see the stand, but they should be able to see this guy just, like, holding onto nothing, sliding backwards.
Well, you know, they're on their damn phones all the time.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to keep pushing me until I crash into that wall.
He's serious.
Yeah, he was just joking before. So he punches the shit out of him. His face again. The helmet goes flying. He's trying to grab the wheel by, like, the sides, which is an interesting strategy.
Oh, you don't want to grab the tire, because that'll melt your fingertips off.
Pretty much, yeah. This is bad. He's gonna kill me.
Yeah, this is such a weird visual. He's, like, sliding across the ground in front of a bike. I guess because of all the ice, he's, like, sliding.
So, the stand card for Born This Way actually kind of just confirms something about this plot point here. It explains, when something opens... For example, like, I look at that text as like they're about to say it, and then they're just like, okay, imagine this, right? If you open the pages of a notepad or a closed door, you will be attacked by the motorbike that pursues automatically. When the stand Born This Way appears, the world turns to ice.
The world.
Because the main body touched Josuke at some point, the first attack began. He is probably being pursued by someone at the Higashikata residence.
I like, because of the main body, parentheses, enemy. Bad. It's like, oh, this one isn't the ally? Like, no, I'm trying to protect you from the GPS. It's evil.
Hey, you don't want that GPS.
It'll tell you to do weird shit like turn in circles.
And take that alternate route that just takes you, like, you know, another way entirely, and you have to go back, and... Anyway, he's about to get slammed into an iron pole. But then, what does he steal the bike's friction? Is that what? Well, I know one thing that happens. He bashes his fucking face against the tire.
Yeah, it's implying that he's just sticking his head into the tire, and I guess that, again, he's like sliding off it, because otherwise it should like melt his face.
Yeah. GPS told me the way to safety. Please, you make a U-turn. Yeah, I know that, but I can't right now.
That's the wrong path.
Please tell me an alternate route. And then the phone just gives up and calls a taxi.
Like, I don't know where that wording just got me off guard. He just gives up. Fuck it. Here's a taxi.
Because he's like, tell me an alternate route, and it just calls somebody else to deal with it. It's so good.
Close it. Close it. Close the door. Close the door right now.
I was like, eh.
What?
And then, I think he kind of just like bounces off the pole.
Yeah, something happens here. It just goes, and it just tumbles.
Yeah, it's very strange. If it weren't for this GPS, I'd be dead. Smell works too. I think I won. So that's kind of a thing with this character that'll pop up a lot that I really like. Whenever he thinks he wins, he really likes winning. Like, he's like, I won. Fuck you. Like, that's not quite what's going on here, though.
Yeah, what is that? Also, pretty soon now. And then he sniffs his hand and goes, smell works. I think I won. Like, what is pretty soon?
I have no idea. I was frozen, but I have a soap bubble attached to his body. I have the sound of the impact of the garage can he knocked over.
The sound of the tire scraping against me. I will cherish this forever. The smell of raw garbage. You should just get rid of that bubble. It sounds awful.
Yeah, Diane just gets that chest piece. She's like, why do I have this? This sucks.
I gather this entirely so you can have a shitty chest piece. Go fuck yourself.
And then the maid lady's there, sniffing like a bird.
Well, everyone's sniffing now.
Yeah, they have allergies.
I mean, fair enough. It's apparently really cold around there.
Yeah, right. What was it again? I think your name's... And then she just immediately throws a pen at him. Because the pen opening... as the bike attempt to steamroller him, and then he just punches her in the face really hard.
Alright.
Just something about the straightforwardness of that is really funny.
I like hitting her from both sides of her face, so it just squeezes her face in.
That happens a lot in the series, actually.
Yeah, it's true.
He's like, your name is Nishimura, but who are you really? Because of course he has to. And she spends most of this this exchange going, if you go where Holly is, I will kill you. He's like, I'm asking you what your objective is, and she has the Joestar birthmarks somehow. That's all I have to say about that.
Alright, well.
Yeah, I love when JoJo characters like take these like slight turns of speech and just like kind of draw out character traits from them. It's like, just now you said those Higashikata people, didn't you? Almost like they were your enemy.
Okay. That's a lot to infer from just, those people,
who is my enemy? And then she just says, if you go where Holly Joestar is, I'll kill you. Then he just goes, I heard you, stop saying that.
I appreciate that. I get it, jeez.
There's no way I'll ever let you go. And then she does like that stand aura thing. Where, like...
Or maybe she just smells, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of smelling going on.
Her hair is all over the place, too.
Yeah, wow. Looks like mine after I get up. I'll kill you, come get me. And he's just like, alright, fine.
I give up.
I won't go to the hospital, I'm done.
I'm going home.
And he's just like, yeah, fuck this. Like, I look at the end of all this, he's like, you know what? Like, whatever.
She probably already beat me to it, so fuck it. I'll just leave.
Which he technically did.
Yeah, exactly.
So she breaks out crying. She's like, turn around and let me see. And it looks like they're about to make out, but they don't. It's just how JoJo poses things sometimes.
That, and she's also doing... She asks a weird question in just the weirdest way possible.
Yeah.
She's just like, I need to see your tongue, like this, and she's like, their noses are touching. It's like, dude.
Did you not know about me when you went to the Higashigata family? Did you not know I was Holly Joestar's daughter? Well, no, because we barely interacted, because you were a maid. I knew it. There's definitely a connecting seam. 4 eyeballs and 2 tongues. And there is a close-up shot of exactly what she means.
Yeah, it's like the tongue and the irises are like, there's a line going down them indicating that they're different.
Yeah.
It's like
a very surreal image.
Yeah, it's one of those things like you wouldn't notice it from a distance, but up close it's like, oh hey, something weird's going on here.
And then the chapter just ends.
Yeah, so that cliffhanger is segmented.
It is. What? That was like the shortest one we've done.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because 3 of it was just a fight.
Yeah, it was just like, if I open stuff up, it gets really cold. That sucks.
Yeah, then they meet, and she's like, I'll kill you, and he's like, yeah, whatever.
He's like, fine, jeez.
But she's like, wait, hold on, your tongue and eyes look weird. The end.
Hold on, let's make out. Your tongue look weird. Bye.
She's also speaking with her tongue out.
Bye, both.
And the thumb. The fear of the Kapagara. For next time, God, it's... I'm amused at how fast this one went.
Yeah, no.
Not a lot of exposition. Like, we got the Holly stuff, which I'm pretty sure took about half of this episode.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, because Yasuho was the one having story.
Yeah, so it's just like a bike chase Josuke. Holly is weird.
Yeah.
And the maid is Holly's daughter.
Which, to be fair, I totally forgot about that. So...
It is kind of anticlimactic to come back to this and be like, yeah, not much happens.
I mean, a lot happened, just not a lot to really dissect, you know?
Yeah, there's not a lot to dive into there. It's just, it was a fight.
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I'm not complaining, but it is, yeah, there's not much to add to that.
Yeah, Maid has, Ice Mr. Grimm. Yasuho has a stand now, I guess.
I guess, yeah, that was like the big thing is like Yasuo has a stand and we got to kind of see it in action. I guess it's sort of like vague in that it doesn't actively fight or anything. It just provides information in strange ways.
Very much what I guess they call a support stand.
Yeah, yeah.
But also could probably punch somebody in the face if she feels like it. Because that's most stands.
True.
I mean, I don't know if it's all stands. I doubt that John Gallier could just throw that Manhattan transfer at somebody's face. But I mean, there's no way to know if he couldn't do that.
I keep forgetting if that stand's even real because of the fucking dream shenanigans.
Yeah, he's a lot weirder than I remembered because where he's most active is a dream.
Yeah. It's like when he actually like shows up in reality, I don't think he even uses his stand.
Yeah, he just tries to shoot her and then he just gets punched in the face.
Yeah, like he was surprisingly ineffective in reality, but in the dream he was like sniping from another building.
But also that could have maybe actually happened. It's like a half dream. Like, we don't know if he's working within the dream or not. It's
oh yeah, because we don't even know anything about the dream itself. It's like it's just a stand that Poochie had, I guess.
Yeah. Part 6 is weird.
Yeah, it is.
I love it though.
It's great, but it is very strange.
So for the next chapter, which I'm probably gonna shoot for like Wednesday evening or something, I don't know.
Sure, yeah.
Chapter 17, the lemon and the tangerine. We'll be getting some metaphors going on here.
Oh boy.
Is Josuke equivalent to a tasty beverage?
What flavor is Josuke?
What am I? What do I taste like?
He's lemon and lime.
Oh man, he's actually pretty normal. He's just Sprite.
Huh? I'm Sprite?
I feel like I gotta cut out that panel of her saying that because it's just so funny. I just like, I don't know if it's just because I really like her look, but I just really like Holly for some reason.
She's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know how much we're gonna see of her, but she's pretty good so far.
Yeah. She'll hopefully pop up in the next 4 chapters that I will be reading in the next couple of days.
Excellent.
So I suppose with that, we're pretty much done. I mean, I guess it's good that it's a shorter episode because we kind of have to warm up again after all this time. So
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah. I can't think of anything funny.
I'm just staring at Yasuo melting into a map and just being all like, I don't even... What? Is this okay? Is she alright with this? I mean, she seems fine.
Yeah, she's like, it's a living.
I'm a math.
Let's look at some Paisley Park lyrics. Maybe that'll give some clues here. Colorful people whose hair on one side is swept back.
Alright, yeah.
This place imparts. Paisley Park is in your heart. I guess that describes how stands work, so I guess, yeah. But anyway, we'll, I'll have these VODs up at some point, so, we'll see you again soon, and, I am not in that porno mag.
36 inches. That's fine.